So I'm going to do a bit of a deep dive today. And this is 12 albums that probably aren't really at the top of the list, but they're all good albums nonetheless. And I'm going to start off with The Soft Machine. I got into the so-called Canterbury scene about 5 years ago. Got into like more prog at the time. And Soft Machine, I mean, it's really an acquired taste for sure. You got to sit back for 45 minutes to an hour. There's like 4 songs. They're all 18 or 19 minutes long. And it takes you for a definite trip, a little jazz, rock, and all kinds of different things going on here. And this one's called Third, because I think it's their third album. And in the same genre, I guess they would call it. It's not really, though. But anyways, we have Caravan, and I really like this band. This album is called If I Could Do It All Over Again, I'd Do It All Over You. I mean, these guys have all kinds of humor to their... I've got 2 albums by them, but there's humor, there's progressive rock in here, and this is... I got a lot of elements that I like. I like a little bit of humor in the music, and they definitely provide that. Next, we got some blues rock with Canned Heat, and this is Future Blues. Not a great album, but it's a good listen. I like anything basically by Canned Heat. And this has a song called My Time Ain't Long, and it's by Alan Wilson, and he sang it, and he would die fairly soon after this album came out. A real tragic circumstance. And he was predicting his demise, and it's really kind of creepy, but I loved his voice, his high voice. It had a feel to it that most people just don't have. And then we have the Stooges' Funhouse. This is just a rockin' raw album, rock album. Lots of guitar, lots of driving bass and guitars. Oh, I love this album. Funhouse, and it is. It's a fun rockin' house. And next I got Burrito Deluxe, and I got the actual cover over here because it's a twofer, and they sort of combine 2 covers here. I mean, they have them as I don't know, some kind of weird white outfits on the album, and it just doesn't make any sense. But it's a pretty lazy album. It's just not a good album. It has a couple of good songs on it, and one of them is called Lazy Days. That's a great song. After that, it's just this lazy album. But one good song. No, there's 2 good songs. Down in the Churchyard, that's a great song. Other than that, it's just not that great an album. Grant Parsons would leave after this album, and he was pretty well, that's another story altogether. Next up, I got Bruce Cockburn's first album, and my wife was big into him, and I wasn't really into him, but lately I like his acoustic stuff. And this has 2 really good songs, Going to the Country, and then it has Thoughts on a Rainy Afternoon. 2 great songs. After that, it gets a little tedious for me, but still a good album. And it's his first album. It's basically all acoustic with some piano work here and there. Next up, I got King Crimson, and this is their follow-up to their, King Crimson in the Court of the Crimson King, if I can get it all out. This is another double album, it's a fold-out. It actually has I got 2 copies of it. Anyways, it's, I like it just as much as their first album. It's kind of like if you put this album together with the Court of the Crimson King, you pretty well have a double album, because this one follows fairly closely to the other one in feel and progressiveness, I guess you could say. But there's a song called Cat Food on here that I really like, with quirky kind of thing for King Crimson. And actually, an extra album. Didn't even know about that one. Savoy Brown, another blues rock. I saw Savoy Brown in 1968 in a hockey rink. I had the top hat and everything, and I just love them from then on. And anything they do, basically, I'm into for sure. I don't know if there's anybody left in the band, but they always put out a good, solid blues rock, and they have a little different slant the way they play the blues. I find you can't copy it because it's their own style. Kim Simmons. And then I got Stephen Still's first album. I always say this is a terrible cover. I mean, I know this is representative with the giraffe, stuffed giraffe and all that, but I don't buy it. Anyways, it's got Hendrix on a song. Love the One You're With is on this. Overall, a good first album. And I would recommend this album for sure. And we have Alice Cooper's second album, Easy Action. I listened to this album so much when it came out, and I was all in. And this is sort of a quirky sci-fi. I saw them twice around this period of time. I saw them when they were touring for this album, actually, before they were totally unknown. And that's what they looked like when I saw them, right? Like just like that. And Mr. and Misdemeanor. I mean, there's some really, really quirky stuff on here. When you're the shoe salesman, Still No Air, Below Your Means, kind of sci-fi type of thing. Return of the Spiders, Laughing at Me, Refrigerator Heaven. They got quirky. Those. When I listen to this album, there's always songs that go through my head for 2 or 3 days after because they're just quirky little songs. Some of them. I mean, got a little bit of everything on there. But anyways, then we have The Mothers of Invention, Frank Zappa, and this is Burnt Weenie Sandwich. And I listened to this again the other day, and it's kind of bookended by 2 doo-wop songs. Then it has all this instrumental stuff in the middle. It's Frank Zappa at his best for sure. And it's got a 21-minute live version of a song on here, which is called, what is it called? It's called Little House I Used to Live In. All kinds of solos on it, a violin solo, and it's Frank Zappa at his best as far as I'm concerned, or the Mothers of Invention. And last, I have the MC5. This is back in the USA. Unfortunately, not that great an album. I love the cover, though. It says rock and roll on it, but it's very, I don't know, there's something about it I don't like. There's 2 really good songs on this. And after that, Looking at You is a great song, and Call Me Animal. And the rest is very generic. I hate to say it, but it's in the liner notes, it's called a masterpiece. This is far from a masterpiece, but Looking at You, I put on many compilations because it is a great song. Too bad the rest of the album didn't live up to it. I mean, it starts off with Tutti Frutti by Little Richard. Little Richard does it the best. People can't do Little Richard. Oh well. MC5, back in the USA. That's 12 albums. It's a little bit of a deep dive into 1970. So long.